Dear students, in this unit we will talk about fungi. Fungi are the heterotrophs that feed by absorption. Now, when we talk about the heterotroph mean those organisms which cannot synthesize their own food. While on the other hand, autotroph is the term which is used for plants. Plants can synthesize their own food, hence they are known as autotrophs. So fungi, like the animals, they don't have the ability to synthesize their own food, so they have to take food from the other sources. And fungi take food from the other sources by the process of absorption, which means that they live as decomposers as well as symbionts. Decomposers means they live on dead organic matters. They simply convert them into small pieces and then they absorb in their body. While symbionts is a kind of relationship in which they have a beneficial relationship with other organisms. They get food from the other organisms, and in return they provide them some additional services, just like protection from the predators. So this absorption of small molecules from the surrounding medium is the main source of food for the fungi. How they absorb different foods is through the help of exoenzymes. These exoenzymes are the enzymes. They are very strong hydrolytic enzymes which fungi secrete in the surrounding environment. These enzymes help it to convert the complex food into simpler form, and that simpler form of food is absorbed by the fungi and use it as source of energy. Now, this absorptive mode of nutrition helps it in a very important role of fungi. This is called as decomposers or saprobes, or it could be act as parasite, or it could stay in mutualistic relationship known as symbionts. Decomposers, as I told you, this means that they decompose, they convert the dead organic matter into simpler form and absorb most of its part. Thus, it helps in the recycling of the essential nutrients in the environment. In parasitic mode of life, they live on certain living plants or animals in such a way that they could harm their host and take or absorb nutrients from those hosts which they harm during this process of getting the energy. While in a mutualistic symbiotic relationship, both get benefit from each other, as I told you earlier, that the host or the other companion get protection or some other useful things from fungi, while fungi take food from their partner in the symbiotic relationship. Now, how it performs this process of absorption is that fungi covers an extensive surface area and it grows overnight into a vast area. This adaptation helps fungi to go into the absorptive mode of nutrition. The examples of fungi that include yeast, mushrooms, rust, smuts, different molds, mildew, etc. Now, as being the heterotrophs, fungi is not able to ingest their food just like other animals or human, just like we ingest our food and we have a proper digestive system which help us to break down that food into smaller particles and then absorb it. Instead, fungi has to secrete enzymes, those exoenzymes, which help it to convert that complex food into simpler form, and then that simpler form is absorbed in the body of fungi in the simplest form. Now, when we talk about the surface area and the structure of this fungi, fungi is composed of a huge network of thread-like structures which are called as hyphae. Those hyphae, they spread through the woods, through cheese, soil, or flesh, wherever they are growing. They spread in the form of hyphae. They make a network in the undersurface of their host or the subject where they are growing. These hyphae secrete powerful digestive enzymes which break down part of the substrate and make it into simpler form so that it can easily absorb by the fungus and use it as part of their nutrition. This is the course of action in which we can say that most fungi, they are saprophytes, which means that they feed on dead or decaying material. Thus, they helps in the recycling of the vital elements in the ecosystem.